Hi and welcome to part 5 in our series Using the Modes. Please make sure that you have watched parts 1, 2, 3 and 4 before continuing, as that contains information we need to know to understand the following concepts. The Mixolydian mode is the 5th mode of the major scale. In this case we are looking at the G Mixolydian scale. G Mixolydian is the 5th mode of the C major scale. The C major scale contains the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B and C for the octave. The G Mixolydian scale contains the same notes, but it is played in this order: G, A, B, C, D, E, F and G. So the note G is now the strongest note. The Mixolydian mode has the following formula: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and flat 7. So if you take a major scale and flatten the 7th scale degree, you will have a Mixolydian scale. The Mixolydian scale is a major mode, and as such we can use major chords and their extensions to play over. A common chord to solo over when using this scale is the dominant 7 chord, in this case G7. And here is the G Mixolydian scale shown as tab and as a scale diagram. Just as in the previous videos, our chords are going to come from the parent scale, in this case C major. Again, we're going to use the 4 and the 5 chords from the parent scale, these being F and G, and just like last time, we're going to put the root of the mode, G, in the base of the chords, giving us F over G and G. And here are those chords shown as chord diagrams and as tab. With time and practice, you'll begin to recognise the sound of the Mixolydian mode in many famous solos, and here are just a few examples to help you learn this sound. Okay, let's look at some example licks. Each lick is demonstrated twice and then is followed by a backing track for you to practice against. Each backing track is about a minute long, so once you've got the lick down, feel free to skip ahead. A longer backing track can be found at the end of the video. All of the licks are played at 100 BPM. Okay, so we're going to start lick 1 with our first finger on the 1st fret, and we're going to do a hammer-on to the 3rd fret. Now with the same fingers, we're going to be using fingers 1 and 3. We're going to play 2nd fret on the A string and hammer to the 3rd fret. And then we're going to slide it to the 5th fret. Now we're playing frets 3 and 5 on the D string. Now we're using our 2nd finger to play fret 4 on the G string, our 1st finger to play fret 3 on the B string, hammer to the 6th fret there, now we're playing on the high E string frets 3 and hammering on to fret 7. I'm going to take a half bend on the 5th fret of the B string. So we're picking it up and picking it down. Then to the 3rd fret on the same string. Playing the 5th fret on the G string. And we're going to hammer on from 3 to 4 on the same G string. And we finish by playing 5 on the D string, so we're ending on the note G. So the whole thing super slowly. Okay, lick 2. So what we're going to do is slide into the 7th fret of the G and then hammer onto the 9th fret of the same string. Now we're using our second finger to play 8B, our first finger to play 7E, coming back to the 8B, and then we're playing 7G. So far we have. We're going to slide that to 5, play 6B, and then our first finger plays 5E. So we have. And we're going to slide that to 8. Now we're coming down the B and G strings here with our third finger. We're doing a finger roll here. We're going 10B and then rolling to 10G. So we have. From there we're going to slide up to 12G. We're going to reverse that finger roll by going to 12B. Then 10E with our first finger. So. Now we're playing a half bend on the 12E and down again to 10, and our second finger now plays 12G, which leaves our third finger free to set a bend up on the 13th fret of the E string. So slowly through the whole lick. Okay, so here's the next lick. We're starting on our E string here with our little finger on 13, our third finger on 12, and our first finger on the 10th fret. So we're going to play 13, and then we're going to play 12, hammer to 13, pull to 12, pull to 10. So we have coming down the B string, 13, 12, 10. So we have, we're going to do the same idea on the B string, 13, 12, then that hammer-on sequence again. Now onto the G string with our third finger, we're going 12, then 10, and slide to 9. Into a half bend there on that 9th fret. Our third finger takes 12D, back to the 9G. Now our second finger takes 10D and slides to 12, which leaves our first finger free to play 10A, and our third finger to play 12G. Okay, this is a hybrid picking lick. We're going to start with our second finger on the 8th fret of the D string, pick it and slide it forward 1 fret to 9. Now with your second finger here on your right hand, you're going to pull the B string and your left hand is playing the 8th fret on the B string. You get this kind of let ring sound. It's all flowing together. From there, we're going to play the D string again and slide it forward 1 fret. Now our third finger is going to play the 10th fret of the B string, still being pulled with this second finger here. We're going to take this shape, slide it forward 2 frets by playing D and then play B when we get there to 12. From here, we're playing our second finger again on the D string, sliding it forward 2 frets to 14. Our first finger is now playing 13B. So we have bending the 15th fret here. That's a full bend. Back to 13. Now back to 12 on the same B string for a half bend. Third finger plays a 14G, and you're going to take a slide in from 11 to 12 on the B string with your first finger, and then roll that to the G string 12. Okay, for the final lick we're going to be doing some legato. We're going to be playing 3, 5 and 7 on the D string with fingers 1, 2 and 4. So we pick, hammer, hammer. Now we're going to the 4th fret of the G string with our first finger. I'm going to come back on that D string 7, 5, 3. So we've done some pull-offs there. Now we're going to take the same idea but just play 5 and 7 again by using hammer-ons. So we get this. Onto the G string we're playing 4, 5 and 7 again with fingers 1, 2 and 4. Going to move that forward a string and a fret by going 5, 6, 8, again the same fingers. These are all hammer-ons, so we've got so far this. Now we're playing 5, 7 and 8 with our fingers 1, 3 and 4, which leaves your second finger free to play the 6 on the E and slide to 7. Kind of a grace note slide there. And then your third finger can play 8 on the B string to finish with. So we have